What's up, Bakugan Brawlers? Bakugan Sensei here. Welcome back to another special unboxing tonight. In fact, we have a very special video for you planned. It is a Deluxe Battle Gear extravaganza. Helping me out tonight will be my 11-year-old son, Battlemaster 10, and just to get us in the mood for the Deluxe Battle Gear, we decided to go ahead and roll out a couple of the Bakubolts, the electronic Bakubolts onto the field. You can see a Darkus Apexion there and a Pyrus Lumitroid, two of the coolest Bakugan around. They make electronic sounds and also have electronic lights, and honestly, that's what I expected out of the Deluxe Battle Gear. We didn't get everything we were hoping for, but they are still pretty amazing, and we're going to give you a rundown, an overview on all of them tonight. After that, we're going to do the unboxing that my son's been waiting for, Darkus and Impalaton. That's right, the new Deluxe Battle Gear Mobile Assault Vehicles, BMA or BMAVs. We're going to show you what those are all about, and we're going to open up one of them in just a minute. So the story on the Deluxe Battle Gears is they weren't supposed to be out till October, but Spin Master's got some distribution problems with retailers, and they don't always comply with timelines. We see a lot of product late, showing up months late. Sometimes we see products showing up on the shelves a little bit early. That was the case with the Deluxe Battle Gears. I'm sure you guys, in any of your shopping trips, here in America at least, looking at the shelves of the major toy retailers, have seen some of these Deluxe Battle Gear and wondered what they're all about. Well, we're going to give you the lowdown. We're going to give you the scoop. We're going to give you the rundown on them tonight. They're bigger and more powerful than ever before. And the first wave we've seen over the past month, and there's actually a second wave that's come out with the mobile assault vehicles. And we're going to try and give you a rundown on all of them here tonight. So again, the electronic lights and sounds Bakugan you see here, this is what we were expecting. So Darkus Apexion, you can see the lights and the awesome sound action. Same thing with Lumitroid. Now these ones were Super Assault, so they sold for between $7 and $8 in stores. The bad news about the Deluxe Battle Gear is they are expensive. They'll set you back about $10. So you want to make sure you know what you're getting for that $10 for your hard-earned money, because you could get two regular Bakugan for that price. Anyways, let's go ahead and start up and show you the different assortment. Again, these have been out for about the past month. You can find them at Target, Toys R Us, Walmart, and other major retailers near you. So on the first assortment, we start out with the Deluxe Jet Core, and I'll zoom out here, pan out, and show you the packaging here. Very fancy packaging. In fact, that's probably where a lot of our money is going, is on the packaging. But if you look inside, one of the first things you'll notice is all the Deluxe Battle Gear is translucent. And because it's translucent, I'm wondering if, just like translucent Bakugan, that these translucent Battle Gear, if they can take the attribute of the enemy. If you choose at the start of battle, if there's another Battle Gear there, my take would be that these ought to be able to switch to the attribute of the other opposing Battle Gear, because they are translucent. Now, we haven't seen official ruling on that, but that's my opinion on it. So we'll see how the dust settles on that. So again, very shiny foil packaging, Bakugan Deluxe Battle Gear, Jet Core, you can see there, and actually probably my camera here in the reflection. But the first thing you'll notice about these, you can't quite see it yet, but we've got some side-by-side comparison, is other than the translucent, they are giant. These are typically anywhere between 1 and 2 times the size of the normal Battle Gear. Back of the packaging, nothing special, just how to put your Bakugan on and deploy the Battle Gear on your Bakugan. Nothing too different than the packaging we've seen. In fact, they don't even put Deluxe. There's actually a mock-up Deluxe. You can see the lights, but it's more of a traditional, solid, non-translucent Jet Core. And of course, Battle Online on Dimensions. The Battle Gear still is not fully supported. It just hovers above your Bakugan, but it's still cool nonetheless. What I don't like, and I hate to start off with a complaint, but what I don't like is that the Deluxe Battle Gear with the translucent, they actually don't show up inside Dimensions as translucent Deluxe Battle Gear. They just show up as normal, regular Battle Gear. So that's kind of a bummer. I wish they would have better supported them. So the first one you're going to see, this is a copper Jet Core. Now the Deluxe Jet Cores, are you ready for this? In addition to the bigger, badder size, we're talking incredible G-powers, unprecedented territory. The Jet Cores range from 110 to 120 G, and in the first assortment there's 3 different attributes. So we've got the copper, we've got the silver as part of the first case assortment, And we've also got the gold. All three of these were part of the first case of Deluxe Battle Gear. You should be lucky enough to find them on the shelves if you hunt a few stores. And again, these range from 110 to 120 G. Pretty darn powerful, especially when you consider the normal non-deluxe version are only 50 to 70 G. So let's see if I can't zoom in here just a little bit and show you some of that detail. So very, very big. Might be a way to describe them. Alright, next up in the assortment, they gave you all three of the Jet Cores. Next up is Twin Destructor, and the Jet Core made the transition into the deluxe bigger batter size pretty good. Unfortunately, Twin Destructor didn't do as well. Twin Destructor looks like a Twin Destructor, Deluxe Twin Destructor looks like a normal Twin Destructor on steroids. And even worse, they lopped off some of his moving parts. So he almost looks like a big cube, like a Wally, if Wally transforms. He's a big box. He's a powerful box. In fact, the Deluxe Twin Destructors are the strongest of the Deluxe Battle Gear. They are 130 or 140 G, depending on the attribute. What you're staring at here, this is the gold one, is what we're looking at. Now what I don't like, again, is also the lasers on the front that activate. On the Deluxe, it's just more like little nipples. Just little teeny bumps that pop out. And I really think that Twin Destructor could have been modeled a lot better in its design. But it's hard to argue with 130, 140 G just out of one battle gear. In fact, if your budget is stretched and you can only get one battle gear, the G powers on this is almost the same as two. So not too bad of a way to go. So there's the gold. Next up is silver. In fact, I believe this silver is the strongest of the normal fitting battle gear, deluxe battle gear that strap on the back of the Bakugan. This one clocks in at a whopping 140 G. It's the strongest of the bunch. Next up is copper, and unfortunately, I've talked about quality control here on the channel before from Spin Master, but all of the copper ones are misprinted. Well, I don't know if you can see there with the camera, but they were stamped with the gold symbol for gold gear, even though it's copper. And let me see that gold one again. Pass me that gold one. So I was a little bit baffled. If you look at them side by side, there's the copper with the gold symbol. And there's the gold with the gold symbol. Gold with gold, copper with gold. So these are a misprint. Unfortunately, the factory messed up and didn't put the copper symbol on them. And I've looked at a few different stores. Every single one of these is misprinted. So again, I would tell you, Spin Master, please watch your quality control. Kids are going to be confused by this. They're going to be like, is this gold? Is this copper? They're not going to have the luxury of seeing the two of them side by side like I do to see a proper gold with gold paint and gold attribute and the copper paint with the gold attribute. They're not going to know. And we don't need any more confusion out in the Bakugan community. So pay attention, Spin Master. Quit messing up. I'm getting tired of reporting on this. Okay, so that's the Twin Destructors. Next up is Air Core, and Air Core is massive. This one I would say is probably 200% the size of normal battle gear. And just in case you're wondering, you might ask, do these actually fit on the Bakugan? And the answer is yes, they do. The little pegs, the little holes that the pegs go into are spaced exactly the same as the normal size Bakugan battle gear. And they actually fit. Although they look gigantic, you can see a picture here of Darkus sporting the new 200% size deluxe electronic Air Core. So very, very massive. And we talked about when I previewed and showed you guys the Bakubolts as far as lights and sounds. You can see the lights. Unfortunately, here's the bummer, guys. They don't have sounds. And I really feel like for $9.99 they could have put that little microchip inside there to give us some Star Wars sounds, some laser sounds. They could have done something. But again, I'm sure profit is the bottom line, and we get shortchanged a little bit, the fans. I think these should have made some electronic laser sounds like a Pexion or the other Bakubolt Lumitroid. If they could sell those and put that in there for $7.99, they sure the heck ought to be able to put it in here for $9.99. Even if it's just a little bit more plastic, at 10 bucks, I'd like to have sounds. Oh well, it's not going to happen. These ones also range at 110, 120 G. Next up in that first assortment is also the gold. So gold and copper. Silver did not make an appearance until the second case assortment, which is just now, literally this week, rolling into stores. And that's the case assortment we're going to show you in a minute that includes the Deluxe Battle Gear Mobile Assault Vehicles. So again, 110, 120G is what you're looking at on the air cores. What's next? Okay, next up is one of my favorites, Rockhammer, Deluxe Rockhammer, and there's a picture of it mounted on top, Cordum. And this is a silver you're looking at. This one made the transition okay. It's probably only about 110, 120% size of normal. It's got its cannons that aren't covered up by the flap. They had to do some difference to the molding and the modeling of it to allow for the electronics inside and for the batteries. In fact, you can see the circuit board inside there. But not too bad of a translation. Also, some of the spring-loaded parts are now manual moving parts. But again, hard to argue with the power. These ones clock in at 110 and 120G. So not too shabby at all. That's the silver. Next up is a copper. Copper made it in as part of this case assortment. So copper and silver. The gold did not come out until the second assortment, which again has just now rolled into stores. So pretty similar. Nothing new there on the box that I haven't showed you from the first one. Alright, the last ones that are inside the initial case assortment of the Deluxe Battle Gear is, well, you can see the picture of Hawkdoor there. That's not actually accurate, but Battle Turbine. And the Battle Turbine are stronger. The Battle Turbine are clock in at 120, 130G, depending on attribute. And these ones actually, for whatever reason, I don't know who is doing the modeling on the sizes, but these ones are almost the same size as just the normal one, which is pretty interesting, because to have Air Core be 200% the size and then have this one just be 100% the size, I'm not sure the design team really was paying attention to consistency here, because they really aren't the same. And also Vianor, and which we haven't shown you yet, but Vianor and this Battle Turbine kind of got neutered a little bit as far as their wings and their flaps. They didn't make the transition very well, but again, 130G and 120, 130G on this. Could be 140, 130, 140, but it's generally a 10G spread between the gears to stay consistent. And another last look here at the silver one. You can see they put the translucent red there where it's got the bulb inside where it lights up when it's in attack mode. When it's been activated, it also shows you that on the artwork. So that's the first initial assortment of the Deluxe Battle Gear. I just went into my local Target a few days ago and actually found the second assortment. So I stumbled upon it. I can't guarantee you will. It's pretty rare out there. Depending on the distribution and the state that you live in, the availability, you might only be able to find the first case that I just showed you. But if you are lucky enough to find the second case, the newer wave assortment, that is where we get Vianor. And Vianor was not part of the initial case, but it thankfully was part of the second case. So we're going to show you the Vianor. So the Vianor again has the red tip, just like Battle Turbine on its blades. It's got that red plastic where it lights up. And you can see it got shortchanged. All it's got is these two little turbine flaps inside here instead of the original 4 or even 6 or 8 that fold out on a normal Vianor gear. So it really got, gosh, how should I say this? It got neutered. Not really happy with what they did on the design of this. But once again, hard to argue with raw power. If you're a brawler and you go up against someone that has 60, 70G, even 100G battle gear, and you whip out 130G, 140G battle gear, that's definitely going to give you a decisive edge in brawling. So I think at the next Bakugan and even some of the Bakugan Battle Leagues, we might see some of the brawlers sporting this new Deluxe Battle Gear. You're allowed up to 2, and that can make a huge difference to have 300G power worth of Deluxe Battle Gear, meaning 140 times 2, 280G, versus only having about 100 or 150 with just 2 normal Battle Gear. That is a huge edge. So that's the first one. Next one is a silver. Again, they all look the same other than the painted metallic attribute. Not only the symbol, but you can see the trim pieces are painted in silver, and I believe it's actually show accurate is silver for Vianor in the anime. And the final one is my favorite is copper. That's what I roll with. I actually use a copper normal Vianor. I'm probably going to upgrade it to a deluxe one. That's what I use on my team when I brawl in real life. So you can see what that looks like. Again, kind of a stubby, neutered Vianor. Not thrilled what they did with it at all. Alright, last but not least, we have the stuff that we're going to be unboxing tonight. The new mobile assault vehicles. deluxe battle gear that don't mount on the back of the Bakugan, but are actually like tank-like vehicles that your Bakugan can ride into battle. We're going to start off with the first one, primary attribute. This is the strongest one of this version. This is called Jackaleer. It's a brand new gear. And you can see on the artwork here on the case, it says vehicle in real big, big bold print there. And you can see a Lumino Drago riding one with some wings flapping. This is a mobile assault vehicle. These are the newest, hottest battle gears to hit, and boy, are they powerful. This one clocks in at 230 G. No, I didn't misspeak. I said 230 G. And you can see the little spot on top where the Bakugan rides into battle on top. It's round. Your Bakugan will stay closed until the whole thing unfurls all of its parts on the card, and then your Bakugan springs open into action. So, pretty impressive here. Mobile assault vehicle. Now, if we flip over to the back of the packaging, I'm going to spend just a second on this to show you the instructions. Place Bakugan on Bakugan Mobile Assault, BMA. And then it looks like it might have it in French down there, and instead of BMA, it uses BAM. I kind of like BAM. I think that sounds better. So it shows you put your Bakugan right there on the back, on the top of Jackaleer. You can even see Jackaleer's wheels there. Again, it's a mobile assault vehicle. Step 2, roll the Bakugan Mobile Assault, BMA, onto the card. And they show it mounted on top. There's the Lumino, and it shows with your hand rolling it onto the card. Now, I'm really not sure if you're supposed to put your hand on it and actually physically roll it onto the card. That wouldn't really seem fair. I'm guessing that you have to still roll it from at least 2 card lengths away. So until I find out otherwise, that's the way that we're going to treat these. So roll it onto the card, and then Bakugan Mobile Assault and Bakugan spring open into battle on the card. So there it is. So this is Jackaleer. That is the primary attributes. Pyrus 230G. Pretty wicked, awesome looking battle gear, if you ask me. Never seen anything like it. Again, don't strap onto the pegs. The Bakugan actually sits on top of this. The good thing about this is all you guys with your Bakugan collections that maybe don't have all the newest GI, that have Nuva Stroya, or even some of the early GI, the Baku Legacy, your Bakugan can ride on top of this. You do not have to have the pegs. So don't worry if you have a Super Assault or a non-Battle Gear physically compatible Bakugan, because it can now ride into battle on top of these new mobile assault vehicles. So that's the Pyrus one. Next up is the Chaos one. They also make a Chaos version. You can see it. I see copper toned paint here. One thing I'd like to point out, if you guys haven't already figured it out, is these battle gear, instead of being the gate card elements or attributes, copper or bronze, silver, and gold, these actually go back to Nuva Stroya trap-like coloring, where you have to have a attributed trap that matches the attribute of the battle gear operating it. So they're now making a requirement on this battle gear that it's Chaos. So if you don't have a Chaos Bakugan to ride this thing into battle, it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to sit parked in the garage, in your Bakugan garage. So pretty cool looking. Again, very sharp lines on it. Very, very nice styling and design. Deluxe battle gear. Assortment 2, Wave 2, if you want to call it that. This is really a Wave 3 or Wave 4 product, but Jackaleer. And okay, enough on that one. The third and final one is the Ventus version. So there's the Ventus version for all you Ventus brawlers out there. Very, very cool. Again, copper metallic paint still on there, but you can clearly see that the attribute is Ventus. Also some metallic green paint there, highlight trim on it. Very, very cool looking in Ventus. The Ventus and Chaos clock in at 220G, whereas the Pyrus clocks in at 230G. And I also stumbled upon, at a different store, I stumbled upon another one of these cases that didn't have the other 2 attributes. They didn't have the Chaos, it didn't have the Pyrus, they just had the Ventus. In fact, they had 3 or 4 Ventuses in the case. So there's a couple different case assortments out there, some variety, but that's going to make the other attributes, other than this Ventus one, the Chaos and the Pyrus, a little bit harder to come by. So you're going to have to really sharpen and hone your Bakugan hunting skills. Alright. The final deluxe battle gear included in the Wave 2 assortment, and the one that we're going to be concentrating on tonight, is... Dun dun dun! Darkus Impalaton. This is the gear that my son has been waiting for ever since he saw pictures of. It is awesome. It looks so wicked cool. Like a crab-like spider-like creature. This thing looks amazing. There's a picture on the artwork there of Krakix riding it into battle. Again, a mobile assault vehicle, unlike anything that we've seen. Heck, we've never even seen them before now. And this one also clocks in at a whopping 230G. Look at that armor. Look at the armor on those claws inside there. Again, you've got the silver ring where the Bakugan mounts right in the middle. And this is actually the one that we're going to unbox tonight. The name is Impalaton. And if you take a look at those claws there, does it look like you could get impaled on those? It sure does. I think those things will stick right through you. Man, that thing is fierce. Darkus Impalaton. And on the back of it, it just shows, unfortunately, just the Jackaleer and how to roll it into battle and how to use a Bakugan mobile assault vehicle in battle. They didn't put the Impalaton on there. So there's the darkest version. That's the most common. Again, you might find 3 or 4 of those laying around, but again, there's a rare variant version that also produces 2 other attributes. And the other attributes produced are Aquos, which comes in at 220G, 10G less than the Darkus, but still cool with the new Aquos paint trim colors, the new GI paint trim colors. And again, the armor, the bumps, the knobs, the design. I'm very, very impressed with whoever designed this. Whoever's designing the marbles at Bakugan, they keep making some amazing stuff, and it just keeps getting better and better. So I'm impressed. I just hope they keep up their quality control issues, but I'm impressed, and I can't wait to open up one of these. So the final one before we get to our unboxing is a little love for Subterra brawlers. That's right, Subterra Impalaton. And this one also is 220G. So again, higher G powers unlike anything we've seen. I mean, Deluxe Battle Gear brought high G powers ranging from 110 to 140G, but the new mobile assault vehicles cracked the 200 barrier. 220, 230G. That is impressive. All right, we spent enough time talking about them. We gave you the overview. I told you this was going to be a Deluxe Battle Gear extravaganza, and it is. You know what? Before we go ahead and unbox that, just keep you guys waiting just a minute longer. You can fast forward this video if you like. I wanted to show you some of those size comparisons, side-by-side comparisons of the Deluxe Battle Gear. So I'm going to go ahead and put them out onto the field. The biggest difference and most obvious difference we're going to start with is just show you what the Air Core looks like. So here's a normal Air Core. You can see the size of it, and you look at the Deluxe. I don't know if the designer just went crazy with this or not, but look at that. That thing is a full 200% or more, 2 or 3 times the size of the normal one. You lose some of the detail, unfortunately, with the size. There's a lot more plastic involved, and it is translucent. They had to make way for the electronics and the lights. But if it weren't for the G-Power of the new Deluxe, I would definitely prefer my normal Battle Gear, because it actually is more detailed. The manufacturing, I think, is better on them. You just lose a lot of the detail of the transition. But look at the size of that thing. It's huge. It's like Air Core on steroids. So let's open them up on a gate card and show you what they look like. So there's a standard one open up, and ta-da! There's Deluxe. Where's the sound? Darn it, Spin Master! Why didn't you give us sound? It looks like blinking lights, the runway at the airport or something. Hey, it is cool, but I wish they would have given us sounds. All right, I'll show you what sounds would be like. Much cooler. Or they could have done this. Where's our sounds? We want sounds. But hey, it does have Deluxe blinking lights, so they are electronic. All right, let's get those out of the field and move on. Next up, we will show you Jet Core. So there's Jet Core side by side. So here's the normal version, and there's the Deluxe. So again, this one is probably about 200% bigger. Both of these, the first two that I've showed you, the Air Core and the Jet Core, are pretty massive. Again, they look like normal Battle Gear on steroids, and they are translucent. So let's open those up, see what they look like. All right, so we got the normal Jet Core, and there's Deluxe. We've got our backy bolts with support, some sound. Again, I don't want to mislead you, they don't come with sound, but they should have, Spin Master. What are you thinking? Taking our money, $10 each and no sound? Not happy about that. But I do like the G-Powers. Again, 120, 130G. And not too bad, they do look cool. Turn the lights off. Guess you can't see where you're brawling, but your battle gear will be blinking and lighting up the night. Okay, so there's those two side by side, so you can see the size difference. It's pretty considerable. And both of those gears made the transition relatively unscathed. The little guns here lost a little bit of their size on the Deluxe. Now they don't come out, whereas they did come out on the original one. These little gray cannons here. So, but I guess that's to be expected in making the transition. Okay, what's next? Next, we have another steroid-infused battle gear. That's right. We are looking at Twin Destructor. So this is a gold 90G on the left side, and this is a, well, it says gold, but as you guys know, this is a copper misprint. Copper Deluxe one. So size-wise, the new one is massive. Look at it. Again, that's, I would say it's at least 200%, maybe 250% bigger than the other one. That thing's amazing. It is huge. Unfortunately, it looks kind of like a dumbed down steroid version. Not too fancy at all, more like a big cube. I think I like the original a lot better, but I do like the G-Power of the Deluxe. Let's open them up side by side. So there's the transformation on, you know what? Here, let's do that again. I missed that on camera. Fold that one up. I have a Battlemaster 10. Fold that up for me so I can show you the transformation. We'll do it again on camera. Battle Gear Boost. So pretty cool action there. You can see the big giant cannons that swivel out. One of the cool things that I liked on this gear. Let's take a look at the new one and see how it compares in the Deluxe. You ready? Kind of underwhelming. Kind of a big square. I mean, it's just got these teeny little nipples. What happened to these big long cannons, Spin Master? Not happy with this design at all. But again, the Twin Destructor at Silver 140G is the strongest of the whole lot, other than the mobile assault vehicles. Alright. Lumitroid giving us some laser action. Moving right along, we'll go into Rockhammer. So we've got a traditional Rockhammer. Notice a shield covering up the cannon tips inside. And it's got like the big mace club, spiky ball on the side. Here's the Deluxe version, so you can see them side by side. So size-wise, the Deluxe version is bigger. And it's certainly more powerful, weighing in at 120G. And again, side by side, made the transition okay. Lost some of the detail again with the translucent, with the size, with the batteries. Also notice there's no cover on the top, so the cannons tips are exposed there. And again, showing you the transformation. There is a standard Rockhammer, and there's the Deluxe. And again, these parts here on the Deluxe are manual. You got to open up this side piece here, which I don't really like. I wish it could have been manual. But you can see the cannons firing, but no sound. But Apexion will give us some sound. So anyways, there's the Rockhammers. Now we move along to a gear. I'm not quite sure what happened with this one, but Battle Turbine. If you put the Battle Turbine side by side, you can notice the little the arms, the side arms, they're actually identical. They're the exact same mold. In fact, even the body is the exact same mold. The only difference is they lengthen it by just a hair, by like a ½ inch, to include the electronics inside. And that's all they did. They didn't change it very much at all. It's really like pretty much the same size, and it even has the same artwork on it and the same molding pattern and everything, other than the translucent. And I'm not sure why this one didn't get the bigger gear treatment, the 150 or 200% molding treatment. So let's open up these and compare the two and see if we got shortchanged in the other way. Alright, so there we have it fully open up. And you can see how awesome it is. It's got all the different pieces. I guess, I don't know, the turbine pieces, the detail. You've got two on this side, two on that side. Let's open up Deluxe and see how it ended up working out. So there's the Deluxe. I don't know if you guys can see this, but all you've got is two little teeny turbines there, and they actually look small, almost like you see one of those cartoons where the person has a really giant head. That's kind of what happened here. The body is giant, and it's got these teeny little wings. Again, if you look at this version over here, this one is far superior. But this is the only way you're going to get 130, 140G is the Deluxe. So, and you know what? When it comes down to winning or losing a brawl, are you going to go for looks or are you going to go for power? Probably going to go for power. Maybe the collectors will go for looks, or you just try and get one of each in your collection. So there's those two. The final, and the one that my son and I are most unhappy with, is the Vianor transition. So I'm going to show you those side by side. So once again, I don't know who was handling the sizing up or sizing down of this stuff, but they are identical shafts. They are exact same width, very, very similar in design. But again, much like Battle Turbine, they're just, the Deluxe is just a hair longer, like a ½ inch longer. Probably to accommodate the lights or the batteries, but I just don't know why they had to do what they did to poor Vianor. It really is an aberration. It's not pretty, guys. I'm going to show you. Alright, so we've got our traditional Vianor. Let's open this thing up. That is an impressive gear. One of my favorite battle gears, very powerful in battle, and just looks cool. Look at all that. You ready for the Deluxe transition? Here we go. Be prepared to be underwhelmed. So, there it is. You can see the original and the Deluxe. We got a blinking light, no sound, like we should have had. Lumitroid and Apexion giving us the sound that should have been in our Deluxe battle gear. And it's horrid. I just don't know what they did to poor Vianor. Look at that. They gave him surgery. Anyways, enough of the comparisons. Let's move on to what you guys are all here for. Let's open up a mobile assault vehicle. What do you say? What do you say, Battlemaster 10?
Yeah.
You've been waiting for this?
Yep.
Alright, let's set the field. And this is what we're going to tear into. I already gave you guys the overview, so without further ado, let's crack into this. And yes, my son is in pajamas because he's got school tomorrow and we're doing this before bed. Looks like they included the cards inside plastic, so be careful with the plastic. You don't bend your cards, and there's also an instruction manual. So we are going to start with the instruction manual, just to see what this mobile assault vehicle is all about. What this Deluxe battle gear is. So, looks like it's in French or a different language. It's certainly not in English there. I don't see two versions. Do this with one hand and open this up. Okay, here we go. Bakugan Mobile Assault. Oh my gosh, this whole thing is in French. Maybe there's English on the other side. Aha! You have to reverse the rule book because they gave it to you with the French on the outside and then the English on the inside. So I'm going to reverse the rule book and we'll read it in English. Much easier. I certainly can't read French. Bakugan Mobile Assault. Bakugan Mobile Assault BMA vehicles are included in your force instead of a Bakugan trap or Bakugan battle gear. Max of 2 vehicles. So this is treated just like traps or battle gear. You're allowed a maximum of 2. You're supposed to take your Bakugan with the magnet on the bottom down, which is the way I start rolling on my Bakugan anyways. So you want to place the magnet down onto the BMA on the Mobile Assault vehicle. At the start of a new game, place a Bakugan that shares an attribute with the BMA onto the BMA. The Bakugan should be placed magnet side down. Duh. You can locate the magnet by opening up the Bakugan and metal gate card. Alright, or you just look for the flat part at the bottom. Alright, so there's those steps. So we roll on to the next part. It says roll the BMA and Bakugan onto a gate card to begin battle. Okay. Doesn't tell us whether you're supposed to roll it from 2 cards away and release it or just hold on to your hand while you're rolling it. But again, as I said, we're gonna treat it just like a normal Bakugan has to be rolled 2 card lengths away. When in a battle, the Bakugan gains the BMA G-Power only on the 2 types of gates listed on the BMA's reference card. What was that? We better read that again. When in a battle, the Bakugan gains the BMA, the Bakugan Mobile Assault Vehicle's G-Power, in this case 230G, it only gains it on 2 types of gate cards which are listed on the BMA's Battle Gear reference card. Note there are 3 types of gates, gold, silver, or copper. Okay, yeah, we know that. If a battle starts on a gate card that does not match one of the types listed on the reference card, the BMA is destroyed, removed from the game entirely. Whoa, that is quite a price to pay. So if you open up your Bakugan Mobile Assault Vehicle and its reference card does not match the gate card that you open it up on or roll it up on, that thing is removed from the game entirely. Not in the use pile, removed from the game entirely. That is a huge risk reward there. The Bakugan is put on the gate card and continues to battle without the benefit of the Bakugan Mobile Assault Vehicle. And that's really all the rest that the instruction says. So, pretty risky, but pretty powerful. Okay, let's take a look at what else is included. What do we have here? Oh, it looks like they've included an ad in stores November 2nd for the new Bakugan Defender of the Cores video game. Yay, it really looks like a Transformers type version of Bakugan, but we'll probably get the game. Use this code and Bakugan Dimensions code to unlock exclusive. Use this code and Bakugan Dimensions codes to unlock exclusive features in the video game. Okay, maybe we can unlock some exclusive features when it comes out. Alright, Defenders of the Core. Let's see what gates and abilities it comes with. So, the first gate card that it comes with is a silver gate card called Steady Land. And Steady Land is a very neutral gate card because I'm looking over the attributes here and it doesn't really give an edge to hardly anybody. The highest attribute bonuses are Darkus and Chaos at 160 apiece. Highlighted is Ventus at 150, 140 for Pyrus, 140 Aquos, and 150 Subterra. Very cool picture there of Darkus Linehalt. And no text because it's a silver gate card. So I would never play a gate card like this because it's going to give me the same boost as pretty much my enemy. So to me that's kind of a worthless gate card, but I guess the artwork's cool. Also included is one of the blue or bluish purple backed special Battle Gear reference cards. And we'll zoom in here and show you the artwork. Again, a spider crab-like assault vehicle here. That's what Impalaton is. And it says on the side, Bakugan Deluxe Battle Gear card. Impalaton, you get plus 100 G power on gold gate cards. And Impalaton only works on gold gate cards or on copper gate cards. If you try and use Impalaton on a silver gate card, Impalaton will be destroyed and removed from the game. So again, you get an extra 100 G if you battle on a gold gate card with this guy. Alright, next up we have the Bakugan itself, the assault vehicle itself. So let's take a look at this thing. So you can see here in the palm of my hand the size of it. His claws kind of, I'm going to put them together here before we open them up. His claws kind of sticking out a little bit. So like any other Bakugan, a bit of a puzzle to put together. Let's see if it doesn't cause my son too much trouble. So again, spiky, all kinds of bumps on it, texture. I mean, this guy's got armor. Again, these claws and these legs were designed to impale. Again, hence the name Impalaton. And I just can't stop it. It's already popped out on me. There's one side of it that's popped open. I'll have my son tuck it in. Let's flip over to the bottom of this and see what the bottom of this thing looks like. See where the wheels are. So there's the wheels right there, guys. I don't know if you can hear them spinning here, but it's got a little set of wheels on the front there. Actually, that's on the back, and then on the front it has one wheel, so hopefully this thing will steer. There's a little bit of play on that wheel, which is not going to make it too easy to aim, but we'll see how it does in action. There's the DNA code covered up, you can see. And here's the spot where the Bakugan mounts inside, and Darkus and Impalaton. So let's go ahead and put him back together. Close him up, and like the rules say, let's go ahead and put a Bakugan in there and see if we can't roll him out into the gate field. Okay, for some reason, Darkus Darak actually opened up on top, and he's supposed to stay in a closed marble form. You want to try it again? Just to make sure. And is this guy closed all the way properly? Yeah, looks like it. Hey guys, this is a quick little edit while we're waiting for my son to unfold properly the Darak. I realized in the video that we didn't show the G-Power, so I'm filming this the following morning just to show you again this guy in the daylight how awesome it is. I mean, this thing is just sick. And the G-Power on this is I didn't show that in the video, I realized, so that's why I'm doing this edit. The G-Power on this, I think I told you guys earlier, but it is 230 G. That's right. This is the strongest battle gear, actually mobile assault vehicle, that has ever been made. Brand new. And upon opening him up, if you look at him, I also didn't show this, which is why I wanted to follow up with this edit. He's actually got these pincers out front and a scorpion-like stinger tail here in the back. So, I mean, he's spider-like, he's crab-like. You know, the more I look at him, he's almost like a scorpion, especially if you put his back legs in. See if I can do that while I'm holding the camera. There we go. So you can take a look at him here. Again, thing is just sick. It's amazing. This mobile assault vehicle, this BAM or BMA, is just so cool. Anyways, back to the regular video. And Darkus Dark giving my son a little bit of trouble. He's folded it up plenty of times, but having a little bit of trouble with the wings now. Okay, he's going to put it on the top again. Okay, so he's opening up. According to the instructions, it's supposed to stay closed, but for some reason he's opening up, so we'll have to see what it looks like on the next one. But for our purposes, we're going to go ahead and have to roll him out into the battlefield like this. So you want to make sure you're 2 gate cards away, and because of the 3 wheels, I wouldn't go farther than 2 gate cards. So we'll set these towards you, and let's go 2 gate card distance. So 2 gate card distance on this mat is going to be somewhere in there. So let's go ahead and give it a shot and see if that thing will roll into battle. And just like that, boom, or rather, bam, your mobile assault vehicle has been activated. And just like that is how you spring it into battle. So how was it, Battlemaster Tin? Was it easy to roll or hard to roll?
It was pretty easy to roll, it just slides.
Pretty easy to roll, okay. So just like a Hot Wheels car, pretty bad to the bone. Pretty easy to roll. Look at that thing. This thing is by far and away the most impressive Bakugan battle gear that I've ever seen. I mean, this thing looks like a Bakugan. Well, bigger than a Bakugan, but very, very impressive. I don't know if I can zoom in here. I might be better not to go in close mode. But look at that combination, guys. Is that wicked cool or what? Now here's the neat thing. Because this is a battle gear that mounts on the bottom, you can still mount another battle gear on top, because you're allowed 2 battle gears, and the mobile assault vehicles count as one of them. Go ahead and deploy another battle gear. Put his wings down in battle gear position, and let's throw another Bakugan on top. Yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about. Darkus Darak with silver Boomix and Darkus Impalaton. So that's 800G plus 230. That's 1030 plus another 70. There's 1100G worth of power right there that my son just rolled into battle. Is that impressive or what? Awesome! So if you're a Darkus brawler, go out and try and pick up a Darkus Impalaton. And again, they also make an Aquos or Subterra. If you're a Ventus, Chaos, or Pyrus, you might want to get your hands on one of the Jackaleers and check them out. Bakugan Mobile Assault Vehicles. Bam! How do you like me now? Alright guys, well hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Deluxe Battle Gear extravaganza. Also, as you've noticed, it's way over the time limit, and that's because I'm proud to announce that we are now an official partner of YouTube. That's right, we're an official partner, so we no longer have to worry about splitting our videos into pieces. You'll be able to watch all of our unboxings and our live brawls uninterrupted, uncut, and without the multi-parts of some in the past. So thanks to all my fans, thank you to all you subscribers. We now have more subscribers than Bakugan Official. We are the hottest, fastest growing Bakugan channel, and I want to thank all you guys for that. Again, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Bakugan Brawl!